What's up, guys? It's Matt with Axiom Reviews. We have another music video reaction, and today's pick is Tom MacDonald's No Response. So I was requested to do No Response by Tom MacDonald. I follow a lot of Tom MacDonald's songs, some of his newest songs that have come out this year that have made quite a bit of headline news, and also a lot of his older stuff, but No Response I actually hadn't listened to, so I'm excited to actually listen to this and see what it's like. One of my friends told me that it's very similar to his older song called I'm Sorry, but it's way more ramped up, and seeing that it's almost 6 minutes long, I'm excited to see just what he puts out. So let's get to it.
I'm the rapper that these other rappers jealous of. I made more off CDs than rappers who are selling drugs. True story. Every single aspect independent. I got texts from presidents and major labels I ain't read yet. Told my manager I'd knock him out and he was like the homie. Then I fired him. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, dog. Au revoir. I don't need nobody's help. It's me and Nova by ourselves. Come here, babe. This is the entire team, nobody else. I conceptualize.
I like that. I like that he brought Nova in just for a quick little cameo. Meanwhile, she's the one that records the music videos, so you know she's stepping around, going to give him a kiss. I like how they did that imagery just to really show that it's really just them two.
Help, it's me and Nova by ourselves. Come here, babe. This is the entire team, nobody else. I conceptualize, produce, and write like every record. Me and Nova work the hooks, then they're mixed and mastered by Evan. This is homegrown. Shout out all the rappers who have thrown stones. I'ma die rich while your casket full of broke bones. I ain't gonna respond.
I like that. Shout out to all the rappers that are throwing stones. I'ma die rich, but you're the ones that are gonna fill your caskets with broke bones. That whole phrase, sticks and stones will never hurt me, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. They're the ones throwing the stones, but they're the ones that ultimately end up with the broken bones. I like that. He's pretty much saying everything you're doing is backfiring back onto you. It's not gonna affect me. And Tom is classic for that. Him being independent, just being him and Nova running the show. They have the autonomy to do that, and no one can really stop them.
Shout out all the rappers who have thrown stones. I'ma die rich while your casket full of broke bones. I ain't gonna respond to all your disses, look I get it. Your videos get no views, you say my name and people click it. But I'm different, you need clout and you're desperate to make a living. But my bank account already full, I counted 7 digits like y'all attack me with disses, attract all the critics. I'll laugh at predictions, surpass all the limits. The whacker the rapper, the more he's angered by the fact that I'm winning. I'm stacking the millions, it's tragic to witness like cancer in children. Hey, no playlist, no pay clicks, no fake. Rappers call me gay cause my braids pink. Yo, main go crazy, so wasted. Front row at my show, I'm her favorite. I'm famous, they basically hate that I made it.
I love that he talked about that, for saying no paid clicks, no playlists, no fake stuff. I mean, he's not fake. It's 100% homegrown and 100% organic homegrown. No paid, promoting, none of that extra marketing or PR or anything like that. And also joking, that rappers call him gay because his braids pink. If I remember right, in the diss tracks between him and Mac Lethal gave him crap about his pink braids, and that diss track back and forth. That's, if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to take a look at it.
So wasted. Front row at my show, I'm her favorite. I'm famous, they basically hate that I made it. Get paid more in a day than they claim on their paycheck. I'm patient, but say my name again, I ain't playing. I'll buy the place that you stay in, then raise the rent till the space in your parents' basement is vacant. They call me privileged, y'all can't.
That part was cool. Pretty much saying all these people that are talking crap about him, that's trying to make ripples, in his work and in his career, that he's making more than them. Pretty much lashing out back, or pretty much clapping back at them, saying, keep talking trash. I'll buy the place that you're living and I'll up that rent and make you move back to your mama's basement. Like he said, I have that, that independent money. I have that independent power. I can do what I want. You're not going to affect me. And even though he's put out song after song saying you're not going to affect me, they still keep trying to, and he comes right back at it.
I'll buy the place that you stay in, then raise the rent till the space in your parents' basement is vacant. They call me privileged, y'all can't admit that I'm gifted. I did it without a label's assistance. I made the business decisions. I overcame the addictions, lived in the streets, got evicted, kicked it with killers and strippers, but still my vision was different. I bought a mic, started spitting, produced the beats, and I mixed it. I turned my hand into a fist and flipped the bird to the system. I prayed I'd finish my mission and keep my image consistent. I fixed the parts that were missing and switched the gas and the pistons. It's mathematics and physics. I had to travel the distance. I had to add some ambition and then subtract my suspicions. I wanted cash.
I like that. He said it's mathematics and physics. I had to go the distance, add my ambition, subtracts the suspicion. But I really like that he's talking about physics, saying he had to go the distance, thinking about Tom MacDonald, and of course him referencing physics. Within physics, there's Newton's first law of physics is the law of inertia. An object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. That's Tom. Guaranteed that's what he's referencing. He's too smart to not take that into consideration by him mentioning physics. He's going to keep going. He's going his current trajectory until he's acted on by an outside force, and all these outside forces trying to act on him, they're not strong enough. He has too much momentum, too much build to be slowed down. And I like that reference.
Physics, I had to travel the distance. I had to add some ambition and then subtract my suspicions. I wanted castles and riches, headed for caskets or prisons. I battled glasses of liquor and cabinets packed with prescriptions.
Yeah, he did.
And still these rappers wanna sneak this all over my Facebook, always trying to tweet. I ain't gonna keep this a secret. My marketing genius, the algorithm triggered by exploiting your weakness. And y'all can call me clickbaiting.
That's true. He talks about, like he about working the algorithm. People will call him clickbait for, talking about certain trendy topics or current activities, but he's really continuously doing, he's all about that. He's rapping and talking about what's passionate to him, what he's seeing. He's rapping about what's on his mind, and what's on his mind happens to be current events. Some people will call it clickbait because if it's talking about, like a song Fake Woke or No Lives Matter, in the situation that our country's in, it would deem that maybe that's clickbait. But if you follow Tom's music over the years, it's not clickbait. That's just what he does. He raps about that. And it's funny that people still call him clickbait when in reality it's a lot of YouTube reaction channels or other rappers and their music and stuff. They talk trash about Tom and call him clickbait, when in reality they're using that as clickbait. This right here, my own reaction to Tom MacDonald, that could be deemed as a form of clickbait because it's Tom MacDonald that I'm reacting to, not some no-name underground rapper that no one knows about. It's Tom MacDonald. But I wouldn't call him clickbait. He is continuously rapped about what's on his mind, and that I have the utmost respect for.
My marketing genius, the algorithm triggered by exploiting your weakness. And y'all can call me clickbaiting gimmicks, I call me rich. 1 million monthly listens on Spotify. I'm about to drop a couple $1 million on a crib, $250,000 on a whip. I just sent my mom a grip. And first of all, I heard it all. I could write a perfect song. I Googled the net worth of rappers hating and I don't respond. Middle finger from a private jet. I don't give a single flight. Every single person I have met in person on Twitter, they're tough. Yo, if rappers want to beef, I got the roast pan. Put them in the dirt like a UFO crash. Double time rappers mad I murder it with slow raps. All they do is go fast. Turn them to some ghosts with the most facts. Slow clap.
Talking about, if rappers have beef, I've got the roast pan. If you got beef, bring it. I'm going to burn it. I'm going to burn you. He isn't afraid. He's going to, bury him like a UFO crash, as he said. And then bringing up the fast rappers, I really want to say that this is still kind of a continuation clap back to Mac Lethal, which I am a fan of Mac Lethal and I'm a fan of Tom MacDonald. But with their back and forth, saying he'll turn him into ghosts with the most facts. When Mac Lethal came back with his rebuttal, and then Tom came back with his second diss track, Mac Lethal Sucks, it was called. In my personal opinion, I think Tom MacDonald won unanimously. He was throwing out facts and how he rapped and exactly how he combated almost everything that Mac Lethal said in his track. And I personally feel he won. And honestly, if you guys feel any different, or if you agree, comment below. Let me know if you guys saw it and if you guys agree. I personally think Tom MacDonald won. I do like Mac Lethal. I've liked him for longer because I didn't know who Tom MacDonald was for a long time, and I'm still a fan of both of them. But I do think, in that essence, I think Tom MacDonald won, and I love how he reintroduced that back in this.
It with slow raps, all they do is go fast. Turn them to some ghosts with the most facts. Slow clap, pulling triggers quickly with no blowback. Cracking under pressure like a cold glass. No fans, jealous that I rose fast. Y'all are on the road back. Look at your career, it's a joke, man. Promise that I won't laugh. Say you got the smoke, can't afford gas. Oh man, so sad. You record your album in a closet full of clothes with a notepad. Strong.
Oh man, this is one of the reasons why I love Tom. In this music video, he just, as you guys saw, he just did Patty Cake and made that look intense. It actually went with the song. But I don't know of another rapper that in the middle of a seriously chiseled bar that he's spitting out right now, to throw in a quick little glimpse of him doing Patty Cake to the beat of his own clapping. He's the only one that I could think of that would put in a music video, him doing Patty Cake and make it look gangster. But that this continuation of the clapping beat and him continuously going with the same style bar is such a good flow. Like, I really think he's just hitting it right on the mark on this.
Yes, oh man, so sad. You record your album in a closet full of clothes with a notepad, strong on the outside, muscles with no bone mass. Let's look at me for a second, man. I was deep in depression, making me weak and pathetic. I thought I needed they blessings. It leaves an impression. I feel the infection. Repeating the lessons will only lead to me, and that's a lethal injection. And I was chasing a dragon with no medieval invention. I go to sleep and dream my life would be for me if I catch it. I let my demons possess me till I woke up in the wreckage and realized that I destroyed a whole cathedral of blessings. It's like my feet were magnetic.
That was an intense bar. He let his demons he said, I let my demons possess me, and when I woke up in the wreckage, I realized I burned a whole cathedral of blessings. That's phenomenal, because that's directly from, if you guys have ever seen Tom MacDonald's interview about him talking about his past, about how his battle with addiction and alcoholism, and how it was detrimental to his life. And pretty much saying he let his demons possess him, he let his alcoholism and all that take over him. And once he emerged from the wreckage, he burned bridges, he missed opportunities that he could have, he took certain opportunities that he shouldn't have. He really put himself in a deep rut in life, and that was he realized that once he came out and made the decision to change his lifestyle. And I like how he put that. He's always very good at putting biblical style references in his raps and all of his songs. And it's very well intricately laid, and that is definitely one of the top ones right there.
Till I woke up in the wreckage and realized that I destroyed a whole cathedral of blessings. It's like my feet were magnetic, the street was steel, we connected. I couldn't seem to reach the sky no matter how far I'm stretching. And I was beaten to death and screaming for help for a second. Now I put everything I bleed into complete in my records. I can't compete with my past, but I'm still seeking the relics. And I believe with every breath I breathe the sequel is better. No fear, surrender, I'm clear of the pressure. The tears I remember will never let me forget I was near to the devil. I never claimed to be holy, but I got angels protection. I got a barbed wire halo and devil horns I don't mention. Yeah, the Lord is my savior, but revenge is so tempting. I don't expect to see heaven. If that's the case, I respect it. Cause
I like that. I really like that. Talking about, he has angel's protection, but he also has a barbed wire halo and devil horns he doesn't mention. That goes right back with his, if I remember right, let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong. I believe it was his song I'm Sorry, when he mentions saying he has love in his heart, but Satan in the basement. That part of him, that dark side of him, does not leave him. It's still with him, even though he's a better person. He's doing what he wants to now, and he's definitely cleaned up, and he's a new person. But it's still with him, and that's why he forwarded it to saying that he doesn't expect to get into heaven. So when that day comes, when he's there to be judged, he's not going to be upset if they say, no, you're not. He'd be like, I called it.
Lord is my savior, but revenge is so tempting. I don't expect to see heaven. If that's the case, I respect it. Cause I tried to cage the beast, but it's woken up the broken locks. I'm crushing everything I see like empty cans of soda pop. You titties.
That red lens flare that's on the video. I remember a few months back seeing a post from Tom MacDonald on his Facebook and Instagram as a picture of Nova with her camera, obviously filming one of their music videos, and she has like a red floodlight, incandescent light in front of it, and him saying that there's Nova, and pretty much she's saying that, there's Nova doing the red lens flare for one of the music videos. When I say it's homegrown, I mean it. And this is the song. This is what it's to. Okay, I was wondering what song there he was referencing on that. That's it? All right.
Cage the beast, but it's woken up the broken locks. I'm crushing everything I see like empty cans of soda pop. You titties on your knees like a grandma who don't own a bra. Put a bullet in your head like words you only spoke to God. I'm rowing through an ocean all alone inside an open box, frozen from the blowing snow and soaking through my only socks. Y'all noticed me and chose the heat, so now the water's boiling hot. You'd hope I croak, I'm dope and coke, don't crack it, turn to solid rock. Hey, I ain't talking.
That was a solid line. I'm not even going to try to repeat that because I freaking can't. I'm not going to lie about that. But I love how he's talking about, he's all alone. He's in this ocean. It's freezing cold. It's him in this community, the rap community, especially the higher up, the professional rappers out there, the high paid. He's all alone out there. He doesn't have a record behind him. He doesn't have attorneys or a public relations or marketing team behind him. He doesn't have any of that. It's just him. And then when these other rappers came at him and kind of pretty much put him in the crosshairs, he's pretty much dedicated his time to spit and fire at them. That's why he said the water's now boiling hot and you're not going to expect him to crack. He's going to turn into quote unquote solid rock. Like, they're not, once again, just reaffirming, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you're not going to bring me down. You're not going to stop me. Nothing that you say or do will impede me from going the current route that I'm going. And all that is going is up, up, and up.
The heat, so now the water's boiling hot. You'd hope I croak, I'm dope and coke, don't crack it, turn to solid rock. Hey, I ain't talking to you losers like you know the cops. I'm rich and that ain't bad for a kid who couldn't hold a job. Budget brand rappers, all that Gucci fake, I own a lot. You can't afford the way I live, you trying to control the cost. Whoa, I'm in solo mode, your promo won't affect the drop. Artists that you promo don't have clout, the photo likes are bought. Try to put me in the dirt, I'll thrive like you were growing pot. You prototypes are hurt, y'all need work, let me open shop. Y'all don't understand me like a burner phone, it's coded talk. You'll never see my POV like you don't know the GoPro off. Make sure that the
You'll never understand him because his lyrics are like a burner phone. It's encoded. He always has meanings on meanings on meanings. There's more meanings than just what he's saying. And saying that they'll never understand his point of view, acting like the GoPro's off. You know, he's showing his point of view. If you just listen to his lyrics and understand where he comes from and what he's doing, he's showing you his point of view. He's showing you. He's not just spouting off garbage or spouting off trash to get a reaction. He's actually talking about how he feels. So he's showing you his point of view, but people acting like they don't see his point of view or acting like the GoPro's off. Like he's not actually doing that. Solid.
Me like a burner phone, it's coded talk. You'll never see my POV like you don't know the GoPro off. Make sure that the drone is all in slow-mo, so when y'all get shot, the footage captures every single moment while your corpses rot. Shoot it all on Rokinons, touch it up in Photoshop. Upload it to YouTube with a donate button for your mom. So alarmed, y'all can never reach me with those broken arms. Untouchable as alcoholics' wallets at an open bar. Unbreakable Da Vinci Code embedded in like most my songs. Gang is full of animals, you think my home is Noah's Ark. Past is full of
Once again, back with the biblical, or at least somewhat of a biblical reference, saying that Da Vinci Code embedded in his songs. Da Vinci Code, the movie based off the book, I believe it was by Dan Brown. He wrote multiple books based off that primary character in the movie and the book. Also did Angels and Demons, Inferno, I believe Origin, and then one other one. I think it was called The Lost Symbol, I believe. But Da Vinci Code embedded in his lyrics in the book and movie Da Vinci Code, there's so many things embedded related towards Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, the Holy Grail, the questioning of Jesus' divinity, but that he puts it in there like that. He's that intricate with his wording. It's that embedded. And then also talking about that his gang is full of animals. You'd think his house is Noah's Ark. Another biblical reference, Noah's Ark. That is that him and his people, the people in his circle, his gang, they're savages. They're money hungry. They're going for it. They have a drive that like no other. And one would say that they're and like the industry, they're animals. And that's where the reference to the biblical Noah's Ark is. Once again, Tom MacDonald's biblical references are always very, very, very small snippets, but very intricately laid.
Code embedded in like most my songs. Gang is full of animals. You think my home is Noah's Ark. Past is full of broken hearts. Opponents that have blown apart. My logo on the stove, I let it smolder till they know the mark. While y'all were finding Nemo, I composed a team of total sharks. Hid inside the reef and chiseled teeth till they were over sharp. Y'all fishy rappers went to sleep to dream of coral seas and stars. We silently and violently reminded y'all the ocean's dark. Lordy, I really feel sorry for your corny bars. Maybe you'll improve and this is setting up your story arc. I am more like Iron Man. You are more like Tony Stark. You're human. I'm a robo suit equipped with guns and poison darts. Choking y'all to death.
Ooh, yes. And a Marvel reference put in there too. I love Tony Stark. I love Iron Man. I love Marvel, Star Wars. I'm a huge nerd on that aspect. And putting that in there, the difference between Tony Stark and the Iron Man suit, that's cool that he put that. Giving them the character arc of Tony Stark. Pretty much saying this is setting up your character arc. You're Tony Stark. We all know what happened at the end of Endgame. That's their character arc. That's what's going to happen to them, just like Tony Stark. Meanwhile, he's Iron Man. He's the suit. He's the suit that's just complete super, I guess you could say. That's what made Tony Stark a superhuman. He himself wasn't superhuman, but he used his suit to be superhuman, to be able to be equals to Captain America, Thor, all that. I like that reference. Hell yeah.
Iron Man, you are more like Tony Stark. You're human. I'm a robo suit equipped with guns and poison darts. Choking y'all to death like I am Homer home alone with Bart. I wish you would on every glowing star. Core is hard. High performance parts from a pro garage. All I see is smoke and sparks every time your motor starts.
I like that, saying that he's a high-powered sports car with performance parts, and every time he sees you start the engine, all he sees is sparks. Pretty much comparing himself, like saying, he's like a McLaren 720S, and you're a Pinto. Like, there's no comparison. He's gonna go hard. He's going straight and fast. He's not stopping. and you can't even get off the ground. That's a solid reference.
Parts from a pro garage, all I see is smoke and sparks every time your motor starts. What more you got in store for me? Your death threats were ghost stories, and what's next gonna be painful. Gravestones.
Question, was this the song, like the music video? Let me know in the comments if you guys know. Was this the song that sparked the Gravestones album, like kind of his announcement to the album? Because him saying, that your death threats were ghost stories, that was him, of course, that he was re-quoting his final verse from I'm Sorry, which was not the promotion song, but one of the songs, but his promotional music video to let people know that not Gravestones, but Ghost Stories was coming out at the very end. So if he did it in the same facet where, he referenced that, but then he comes back with Gravestones, let me know though if you guys know if that was, because if so, that was tight. That was tight. I have to say, solid job to Tom MacDonald. That was absolutely phenomenal. Just the fact that was almost 6 minutes of a rap song, at least 3 beat changes, absolutely no chorus. That's just Tom just having his raw abilities come out, and that I have to heavily respect. And it was a damn good song. Solid work, Tom. Solid work. All right, guys, that was my reaction to Tom MacDonald's No Response. Oh my God, was it so good. I friggin' loved it. Yes, I did. If you guys liked this reaction, click that like button below, click subscribe for future videos, and also shoot me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see me do. Let me know any movies you want me to review, music videos you want me to react to, or if there's any upcoming movie trailers that I don't know about yet that I'm going to start reacting to, let me know. I'm down to do that too. I love doing this. I want to keep feeding you guys more of this. So remember to hit that like, hit subscribe, and shoot me a comment and let me know. But that's it, guys. I'll see y'all next time.